Well, this may warrant some explaining. Want a new project, and I do a little bit of everything, and I've had an old AM/FM CD player laying around not doing anything for a while, and I'm really wanting to do something with the Mule for power. So I've got a little inverter pack that I've checked and it works, and I've got some switches and whatnot, but I was thinking of making another one of them wood boxes and putting this stuff in it and then wiring it up in a manner it looks good, and I can tie it into the Mule's battery. So what you see behind me is my new project. Morning all, Larry B. All here, and I'm searching for a project. So I've got some stuff here. I've got a nice thick sheet of aluminum. Actually comes out of a 3D printer. Be a good mounting plate for something. I've got a little 110 volt inverter. This came out of a jump pack. And I've got a heavy duty switch. I got some little switches. I've got a couple 12 volt batteries. And I've got a AM/FM CD player. Right now it's playing. You just seen the number switch there, but there's nothing. So yeah, something going on with that. And then this is FM. Got a pretty good hum to it. AM. So my thought on this, we're going to take this apart and see if we can get it to run on 12 volts, and then maybe make something up that will go in that. So yeah, let me get my head wrapped around what I want to do here and see what we can come up with. So my thought is to build another box like this, probably not as big. I'll have to get all the parts laid out and kind of figure out what I want to do. And you know, I think this would work for what I envision. So I already started taking one speaker apart. My thought is to cut some holes that this would sit down in, and then I could screw that either to the top or the front of the box, and then I can put this cover back on it, and I would get rid of all this stick out. So yeah, I'm going to take the other one apart and then get all this stuff apart and see what I've got to work with. I do want to make it to where I have 110 power, and I want to see if that radio will run on 12 volts instead of having to be plugged in. So let me take some stuff apart here, and I'll show you how this thing, it was tricky, so I'll bring you back and show you on the other one. Okay, so here's the other speaker, and first off I thought there was some screws down in there, but there's not, so I had to use my light and look down in there, and sure enough, it's nothing down in there. So I got to looking at it, and I said, well, maybe shouldn't have put my other tool away. This cover just pops off like so. And then I looked and I still didn't see any screws. And then I was going to take a drill bit and drill them out, but what happened was these are just little rubber baby bumpers that you can pry out, using said drill bit. Get them pried out. We will reuse these because they fit these little nubs right there. And that's what holds the cover on. And then once you get these removed, then you can see the screw heads. So far we are looking pretty good. One more. I just kind of bend it back to where I get a screwdriver and pry it out, just like so. And then we take the screwdriver and remove the screws. And with the screws removed, we can pull this out. The wire is hot snotted down. I want to undo that and then pull the wire out. Okay, so with the wire pulled out, I got a little project box, storage or something. I'll put that over with the other one. Got another cover. I've got the rubber bumpers. I got the 4 screws. I got a speaker and a wire. So those should mount pretty flush on whatever I decide to do for the big project. So I'll bring you back when we take the main unit apart. So looking over the main unit, this looks like it's going to be pretty straightforward. We do have a clunking on-off switch, so that tells me there's probably a transformer in there. And it's got screws, and what's neat about it is, if you can see, it's got arrows pointing to the screws that I believe have to be removed that allow you to slide this cover off. So I'm going to go ahead and remove them screws, and we'll see what's inside this little guy. By the way, this was like 10 bucks at a dollar store, and I bought this probably 6 or 7 years ago for my office, and I really don't use it in here because obviously the reception is really bad with the lights and everything. Okay, we're almost in like Flynn. I had to untie the knot in the antenna wire so I could get this far. Sure enough, it's got a transformer back there, and it plugs in here with these 2 blue wires, and then the speaker plug is over here, and then this ribbon cable goes up to the CD player, which I probably will not use because it doesn't work. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get this the rest of the way out and take a look and see what we got. I do see a fuse there, and that's the antenna wire. So yeah, let me get this pulled the rest of the way out. Alright, we have successfully removed it from the case. So I'm going to get a multimeter and see what kind of power. I had to extend the transformer wires, and I should have measured that too to see what the transformer puts out. But yeah, I'm going to get in there and measure. This is the bridge rectifier. There's 4 diodes there, and then this is a filtering cap. So if I measure across this capacitor, that should tell me what the board voltage is. So yeah, so you hear this buzz. Okay, so if I cut off that LED light, that shop light, and that shop light, you see it goes away. So yeah, it's really hard to run a radio in here with the lights on. Yeah, we should. Yeah, works much better. So I think if I put this in the buggy, it'll work better, but I want to put it in a nicer case and see if I can run it off the buggy's power. Okay, this is the capacitor. This is the positive, and this is the negative. And I'm going across there, and I see 16.2 volts. This may be doable. So just so you guys can see, I'm measuring across that capacitor, 16.2 something. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and wire onto this and try this 12 volt battery here to see if the radio works. Alright, I think we've got something. So I can show you my handiwork. I just put a quick connect across that capacitor, and I extended the wires. You see over here, that's the transformer. It's unplugged. So let's hook it up to the battery. Okay, so measuring the battery, and this is a pretty good battery. 12.9, so it's running on 12.9. Now the buggy battery, when it's running, runs 14 plus, so that's right where this would have been. So yeah, I'm going to figure out what I want to do with the case, and I may pull that transformer and make some kind of charger for it, but this is going to be eventually hooked up to the Mule's power circuit, but it's going to be put in a box and made look nice, and see what I can do with it. Alright, I'm just checking. Turn the lights off. Okay, yeah, copyright. Yeah, it's got some volume to it and sounds pretty good. Just running on 12 volts. So, yeah, we're going to go with that. And I got to go to Lowe's and get me some boards so I can make me another box to put this in and see where we go with it. Thanks for watching.